Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, distinguished guests and fellow researchers. Before I begin, let me ask you a simple question. Did you check the label on your packaged foods before eating today? This small habit may seem ordinary, but it reflects something very important: our health and our right as consumers. That is why today I am honored to present my research entitled Legal Approaches to Consumer Protection in Packaged Food Regulation, a comparative study of Indonesia and Malaysia. The background of this study lies in the growing packaged foods market in ASEAN, which reached over $109 billion in 2023. Along with this growth, we face increasing risks, harmful, addictive, misleading labels, and weak oversight. The key problem is that the effectiveness of consumer protection law in this sector remain debates. Moreover, few comparative legal studies exist between Indonesia and Malaysia, which make this research important. The study applies Surjono Sukanto's theory of legal effectiveness, which emphasizes three dimensions: substance, the quality of law and regulation; structure, the capacity of enforcement institution; and legal culture, the awareness of complaints of consumer and industry. In Indonesia, consumer protection relies on the 1999 Consumer Protection Act, the 2012 Food Law, and BPOM regulation. The strength lies in strong halal regulation, but weakness include decentralization and weak enforcement. In Malaysia, consumer protection is based on the 1983 Food Act, 1985 Food Regulation, and the 1999 Consumer Protection Act. Enforcement is centralized under FCKD, aligned with Codex Trans Standard and supported by mandatory nutrition labeling since 2003. Malaysia demonstrates stronger enforcement through regular inspection, recall, and penalties. Comparative findings show that both countries have strong legal substance. However, in terms of enforcement structure and consumer legal structure, Malaysia is ahead due to its centralized system and higher consumer awareness. Looking forward, both countries support the ASEAN food safety policy. Malaysia is more proactive with Codex alignment, while Indonesia is progressive with front of pack labeling. The main challenge for harmonization remains difference in institutional capacity. In conclusion, Indonesia has strong legal substance but weak enforcement and coordination, while Malaysia shows strength across substance, structure, and culture. Therefore, I recommend 3 steps. First, strengthening enforcement and coordination in Indonesia. Second, enhancing consumer education and industry compliance. And three, promoting ASEAN regulation harmonization. Because at the end of the day, law on paper are not enough. Effectiveness is the key. Together, let us move towards safer, transparent, and fair food market in ASEAN. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.